What's up, everybody? This is David Cutter here. This is gonna be my first movie update of 2017. Not really feeling YouTube anymore, but it's been a while since I made a video. I still collect movies here and there. Got about 24, 25 titles here, a couple of DVDs and Blu-rays. So let's begin. Start with the DVDs. First up, this movie got a lot of hate when it came out, but I enjoyed it. But I will admit they did steal the concept of 12 hours from The Purge, and that is Rob Zombie's 31. Pretty good film. Could have been better. I did enjoy Richard Brake's performance as Doomhead. Um, it's an okay movie. That's Rob Zombie's 31. Next up was A Blind Buy. First time getting a movie from the Sleaze box in Gator Blade Films, and that is a Death Scorch Service. Just a low budget shot on video slasher. Plenty of gore, hot chicks in there, plenty of nudity, fun flick. Um, they're currently gonna make a sequel, Death Scorch Service 2. The Indiegogo campaign's pretty much already gonna be over, but I am looking forward to the sequel, Death Scorch Service 2. And yeah, it's a great slasher flick, really enjoyable. That's Death Scorch Service. Next up, another blind buy. This is the pretty hard watch, not for the faint of heart by any means at all. That is Hidden in the Woods. This movie has scenes of cannibalism, incest, rape. It's a pretty brutal flick, man, and it is actually based on a true story. Um, it's put out by Artsploitation Films. I believe it's from Chile, so it's like a Spanish movie. You have to watch it with subtitles if you don't speak the language. But this movie's pretty brutal, man. I'd say that is Hidden in the Woods. Next up, not a horror movie. Got it for nostalgic reasons. That is Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Got E.G. Daily up in there. She also came out in Rob Zombie's 31. But yeah, it's an old school flick. Remember watching it back in the day. And this other movie, I don't know if I showed y'all before, but I got Rampage, President Down, the final Rampage movie put out by Uwe Boll. I guess that's how you say his name. But I enjoyed this movie. Kind of the same concept as the other ones, but this one involves the president, and pretty good film. If you like the Rampage movies, you'll enjoy this one. Next up, old school urban flick. Um, really enjoyed this movie, and that is Jason's Lyric. This movie was filmed in my hometown in Houston, so it's another reason why I like it. Filmed around Fifth Ward, but it's got Jada Pinkett in there, Bokeem Woodbine, Forrest Whitaker, and Tretch from Naughty by Nature comes out in there. Pretty good urban flick, man. If you're into urban movies, you might want to give this one a watch. It's Jason's Lyric. Another urban flick I got, watched it on cable a long time ago. I believe it's from 2006. This one's actually directed by Spike Lee. That is a Sucker Free City. I believe it takes place in Oakland. Pretty good flick, man. I enjoyed it. And three more DVDs. This movie, old school comedy, 90s comedy. If you're a fan of Kid and Play, you'll enjoy it. I mainly got it because Thomas Michael Ford comes out. You know, he recently passed away. He was in the Martin Show. He played Tommy. But anyways, that is a class act. Very funny flick. If you're a fan of the house party films, you're a fan of Kid and Play, you might want to check this out. So this is Class Act, great comedy flick. And I also got Once in the Life. This movie's actually written, directed, and starring Lawrence Fishburne. Pretty good drama. And the last for the DVDs, it's a classic film from, I believe it's 1990. I think it's 1990. It's 1993, and that is Freaked. This movie's lots of fun, man. Got Alex Winter in there, Randy Quaid, um, Mr. T, Bob White, Bobcat Goldthwait. Very funny movie, man. Crazy flick. Suggest you check it out if you haven't seen it before. Have lots of fun in this one. And that is Freaked. Now for the Blu-rays, I'm gonna go with my most recent purchases. First up, I thought this movie was better than Split, but that's just my opinion. And that is Jordan Peele's Get Out on Blu-ray. Next up, been a while since I got me a Scream Factory title. Had to get this one. Never owned it on DVD or any other format. And that is the collector's edition of Tales from the Hood. Great horror anthology from the 90s. Really enjoyed this flick. So that's Tales from the Hood, put out by Scream Factory. Next up, this is I guess you could say this is kind of like a drama. Takes place in the 60s, Bronx, New York. Movie's directed by Philip Kaufman. And that is The Wanderers. Great film. Kind of like a movie about New York gang culture. The Wanderers are like an Italian street gang. And not too many notable actors on there besides, I guess, Ken Waugh and John Friedrich. I'm not really familiar with them, but I know the guy from Stir Crazy comes out in there, Grossberger, the fat bald guy. He's like the leader of the Baldies gang. But anyway, if you like movies like The Wanderers and stuff, like The Warriors, you'll like this film. And that is The Wanderers. Great release by Kino Lorber. And this one actually comes with a theatrical and a director's cut. So it came with 2 Blu-rays, which is really nice. Really looking forward to that Rawhead Rex release later on this year. Can't wait. I'm glad that company's doing the release and not someone else. But that's The Wanderers on Blu-ray. Next up was a blind buy. I will say that this is a double feature from Scream Factory. I enjoyed TerrorVision way more than Video Dead. Video Dead was just too over the top. TerrorVision was a lot of fun. I thought it was funny how they had that one lady in there try to make her look like Elvira, kind of like. But yeah, this is a fun double feature, but I did enjoy TerrorVision more than Video Dead. So that's that Scream Factory double feature. Next up, favorite horror movie of all time. That is the Arrow video release of Creepshow 2. Great release, transfer, great insight, special features from the actors. I do regret not pre-ordering the limited edition because that one is really nice, but I'm happy with this one. So that's Creepshow 2, put out by Arrow Video. And first time ever watching this movie, slasher, iconic slasher from the 80s. That is Maniac, the original movie. Finally got around to getting this. I did enjoy this movie more than I did the remake. Had no idea that Tom Savini actually starred in this movie. Really enjoy it. That is the original Maniac film. Highly recommended if you like slasher flicks. I got the Maniac movie, the original, and I came across this at Best Buy. I figured why not for $5.99. That is the Maniac remake on Blu-ray with Elijah Wood. This is a good one too, but not as good as the original after watching the original flick. So that's the Maniac remake on Blu-ray. Next up is a blind buy. Thought this one was okay. It's kind of a slow burn to me. That is The Prowler. Tom Savini did the makeup effects on that movie there. Next up, I got Eli Roth's Clown. Pretty enjoyable clown flick. Clown slasher, I guess you could say. Maybe not. But I wouldn't say it was a slasher really, but it's a great clown flick, clown horror. Great flick, man. Clown. Next up, Finally got around to finding this. Had to get it on Amazon, and that is Stephen King's It. I'm really excited about the remake coming out, but I think it's a little too soon for people to say that it's going to be better than the original film based on a trailer. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I am looking forward to the It remake. Just not sure if it's going to be up to par with this movie. Last few movies, they're non-horror related. This next one up is a Kevin Smith film. That is Red State with the late great Michael Parks. Weird cult movie, man. That's all I would describe this film. Weird cult movie. And that is Red State. Um, I got the Terminator Blu-ray. I feel like going back to get the red case, but I'm okay with this one. It don't really matter if I have the red case or not, but great film. Everybody knows this movie. Favorite ones are Terminator 1 and 2. Anything beyond that, I really didn't like. So now I got Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 on Blu-ray. Next up, I got Blow with Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. And this movie, I don't know how the hell it happened, but I got this movie mixed up with the Neverending Story because I like that movie as well. I like this movie, but I got confused. That's why I got it. And that is the 30th anniversary edition of Labyrinth. This is a pretty nice digibook. I do like the movie. I do remember watching it. I just don't really care for musicals. This one's got the late great David Bowie in it. It's a pretty cool fantasy flick. It's a nice digibook. It was a buy one get one free kind of deal going on Best Buy, so that's why I picked this one up. So that's the Labyrinth Blu-ray. I believe this one's in 4K too. That's a 4K release of it. And the last films that I got, I don't know if you'd say these are like comedy action films or whatever. I'm not really a fan of them, but I am a fan of Martin Lawrence. I don't really care for Will Smith though. And I picked up the 20th anniversary collection of Bad Boys 1 and 2. I have seen the first movie, never seen the second one. But I figured, what the hell. It's a buy one, get one free. I didn't want to leave Best Buy empty handed, so figured I didn't have them in my collection, so I picked them up. That's going to be it for my movie update, guys. I don't know when I'll make another video, but those are my recent pickups for 2017. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.